No one is above the law. And by the law, I mean Google. Because let's face it, Google is king when it comes to getting your law firm found or not found by potential clients. This search engine behemoth is the #1 platform where people flock to when searching for a lawyer. Not Facebook, not Instagram, Google. And if you're a lawyer, I'm assuming you are, since you're here and watching this video, you want more clients. Then you'll want to show up on Google. To do so, you need to do this thing called SEO. Like many other acronyms in the digital marketing, SEO is a few little letters with a very big meaning. It stands for search engine optimization, and it's all about optimizing your website and your online profiles for better rankings in Google to get more traffic. And there are many components to doing this, which is how many lawyers get so lost when it comes to SEO. Fortunately, you found me, an SEO specialist that's been doing this for over 20 years, and I've been working exclusively with law firms. And I'm gonna share everything that you need to know about SEO. And hang around, because I'll even share some bonus tips on how to make your SEO really sing. Let's get through some definitions. Like I said, SEO is all about optimizing your website and online profiles for better rankings in Google. But you can't do that without first understanding Google ranking factors. Ranking factors are somewhat proprietary components that Google looks at when determining whether a website is worthy enough to rank. Google discloses some of its ranking factors, like content quality, relevance, and page speed, but then they also keep others secret. A great SEO strategy serves to satisfy Google's ranking factors while also providing incredible value to users. In your case, the potential clients. So how does Google interpret these ranking factors? Well, it relies on its algorithm. Again, an often mysterious and proprietary way of reading the internet, scoring a website's quality and relevance, and then indexing that website in the search results. These concepts, aka ranking factors and algorithm, are important to grasp for a few reasons. Google discloses some of its ranking factors, outlining some of the specific ways in which you should optimize your website so that you can meet the standards in which the Google algorithm is looking at. If you ever heard SEOs like me warn you of a Google algorithm update, then you should know that Google has the power to influence rankings in a massive way. SEO is about making Google happy, yes, but it's also about making users happy. In fact, many of Google's ranking factors are based on the experience to the user, like how fast your website loads, whether your content is valuable, or if it's mobile friendly. So optimizing for Google is only one piece of the puzzle. You must keep your prospective clients' needs in mind. Now that we touched on these, it's time to get into the nitty-gritty. How to do SEO for lawyers. So how do you find your lawyer-focused keywords? You can't have coffee without donuts, and you can't have SEO without keywords. Keywords are the words people type into Google if they want to find something, and they are the same words Google reads to determine what websites might be a good match for the user's search intent. So if you're a personal injury lawyer in Columbus, Ohio, and somebody does a keyword search for Columbus personal injury lawyer, I would bet you'd like your website to be at the top. But ranking at the top doesn't necessarily happen automatically. You first need to determine the keywords you want to rank for, and then make intentional updates to optimize your website for them. For lawyers, this means researching lawyer-specific and legal services related to keywords. And there are a few tools you can use to help you do that. Ahrefs is one of the best at helping business owners like you find keyword opportunities. You can start with a broad term like personal injury plus your location, and then see what it comes up with. Then you could try different variations based on your practice areas and title. Ahrefs will then show you the search volume, how many people search for a specific keyword, and keyword difficulty, how hard it is to rank for that keyword. For example, a keyword search for Columbus personal injury shows us Columbus personal injury lawyer has 1,300 searches per month and a keyword difficulty of 49%. Personal injury attorneys Columbus, Ohio has 720 searches per month and a keyword difficulty of 56%. And Columbus, Ohio personal injury lawyers has 390 searches per month and a keyword difficulty of 57%. You can also type in your competitors' websites to see what they are ranking for, which can also help you identify keywords for your own SEO strategy. SEMrush is another great tool for keyword research. It works very similarly to Ahrefs, allowing you to discover new keywords, see the search data for each keyword, analyze your competitors, and even apply SEO updates for your content. More on that later. Once you have a running list of as many keywords as you can find that are all related to your service that you offer, I recommend writing them down. You will later want to assign these keywords to respective pages on your website. We call this keyword mapping. For example, you'll want to target car accident lawyer on your car accident service page, workplace accident attorney on your workplace accident service page, and so on. Keyword research isn't all that difficult. It just takes some brainstorming and the help of a reliable SEO tool. In fact, for a more detailed tutorial, check out this video on how to do keyword research for your law firm from start to finish. Now, how do you use these keywords on your website? How do you optimize your website for target keywords? Google has over 8.5 billion searches per day, making it the #1 search engine and a major source of traffic for businesses. If you want to get found by potential clients, you'll want to make sure that your website grabs Google's attention. By this step, you have a healthy set of keywords related to your business. They should directly apply to the services that you offer, your location, and/or your title. Now we have to match those keywords to pages on your website and then optimize them. In an early example, I mentioned targeting car accident lawyer on your car accident service page, workplace accident lawyer on your workplace accident service page, and so forth. You'll want to do similar activity matching those keywords to your most closely related pages. I recommend using a spreadsheet for this to stay organized. Once you've done that, it's time to optimize the on-page elements. On-page SEO simply refers to the process of optimizing particular elements on your website, like in your content, your page URLs, titles, page descriptions, and so forth. For each web page, you'll want to use target keywords and closely related keywords naturally throughout the content. Include the main keyword in the H1 tag, and then write a compelling meta description that concisely summarizes the page content. Another thing you want to do is add internal links that directs users to other pages on your website. For example, if I was optimizing a medical malpractice service page for an attorney in New York City, I would probably use the keyword New York City medical malpractice attorney throughout the content of the page. I would also write a page title that read medical malpractice attorney John Smith, New York City, and then I would include an H1 tag that uses the exact match keyword medical malpractice attorney New York City. You have some flexibility here, just as long as the page content strongly relates to the main service and the keyword. Again, it's a balance of pleasing Google and providing value to users. Plugins like Yoast SEO for WordPress can make it easier as it labels the various on-page elements of your website that you need to update. There are also some great on-page SEO checklists available. I'll link to them in the descriptions of this video. On-page SEO is important because it allows Google to read that certain keywords and topics are included on your website. If your web pages effectively match in terms of the value, relevance, and keywords to what people are searching for, you're more than likely to rank in the search results. So make sure you follow the on-page SEO checklist, but don't forget to write page content that is descriptive, informative, and relevant to your prospective clients. After all, once they get to your website, it's your content that will convince them to call you. Bonus tip: don't overstuff your website with keywords. Your content should read naturally, as if you're speaking directly to your audience. No need to force keywords into your content where they don't fit. Google knows what you're about to provide, and that is going to be valuable and relevant content. How can you tune up your technical SEO? Another aspect of SEO is technical SEO. This pertains to the more technical components of your website, like the backend coding, website speed, etc. I'll be honest, the technical aspects of updating your website might require the help of a developer. Given that every website is different and relies on different content management systems and design, a developer will be best equipped to address some of the complex issues that your website might be facing. That said, understanding why technical SEO is important and what it entails is essential. You simply can't have a full-on SEO strategy without both technical and on-page SEO. Mainly, technical SEO ensures that that your website loads quickly, it is easy to navigate on all types of devices, and does not have any issues preventing Google from reading or indexing your web pages. For example, a no index tag mistakenly left on a web page can tell Google not to index your entire website, which blocks traffic. And this issue might only be found by doing a technical SEO assessment. I see this happen all the time. Remember those ranking factors I mentioned earlier? Page speed is one of them. Google really wants websites to load quickly and to be found easily for users to navigate. If your website doesn't meet that standard, you might need a new website design or a template. Besides page speed, there are a few technical SEO components to check. Is your site mobile friendly and responsive? Does your website have an SSL certificate? Are there any broken links or 404 errors on your website? Is your site structure intuitive and easy to navigate? Are the sizes and format of your images optimized? Does your robots.txt file allow for proper search engine crawling? If some of these sounds like I'm speaking another language, I get it. Technical SEO can be complex. The important thing to do is to ask yourself these questions, audit your website on a regular basis, and work with a developer to make improvements. SEO tools like SEMrush, Ahrefs, and Screaming Frog can be used to run technical SEO audits so that you can find these issues. Google PageSpeed Insight tool can also be used to assess your website page speed and your mobile device. The technical makeup for your website is an important aspect of SEO, so don't neglect to audit your website and brush up on some of your technical know-how. You'll improve your knowledge over time and you'll level up your rankings in the process. How do you build trust and understanding with quality content? We've talked a lot about the value of SEO and a few of the first steps to implement it, but not enough about the results. So I want to share a story of an attorney that I work with who got started with SEO now and is killing it with traffic and new clients. I own an SEO agency and our client, Scott Hardy, owns a class action lawsuit firm. His goal was to be the premier player in the class action lawsuit industry, but because these cases represent big money, it was difficult to dominate his space online. We did a complete overhaul and technical SEO audit and implemented a massive content strategy. We created new web pages and blog articles according to relevant keywords, ultimately ranking them #1 for class action lawsuit in his market. The results: he went from ranking from 96,000 keywords to over 500,000, plus a massive boost to his overall website performance. These types of results are possible for you if you're willing to go all in on SEO. Now, if you didn't catch it earlier, a huge part of this was content. Content is what carries the keywords that you're optimizing for, and content is what tells prospective clients about your services and why they should work with you. So it's super important. We already talked a bit about your service pages. They should be descriptive, closely relate to the keywords that you want to target, and provide valuable information to users. But then there's your blog. This is a great place for longer, more instructional content that addresses questions users may have, covers complex legal topics, and shares updates about your law firm. You can use some of the same SEO tools, SEMrush, Ahrefs, to research keywords for your blog articles. This is where you get more creative. For example, if you're a family lawyer, some great keywords and blog topics might be how to navigate custody battles with minimal stress, 10 mistakes to avoid during a divorce, understanding prenuptial agreements, are they right for you? Targeting keywords in your blog articles is a great way to attract more traffic, but not all of your blog articles need to be keyword focused. Some might simply pertain to office updates, legal news, or special offers, which don't necessarily require an SEO focus. When it comes to all of your content, think about the types of information your prospective clients are interested in or questions that they're searching for. You can even ask people directly, whether on social media or on client calls. Interesting, click-worthy content can help your law firm stand out and generate traffic for years to come. Here's a bonus tip. Add an FAQ page to your website that answers common questions people have related to your overall services. Not only might this hit on some keywords, it'll also give you a place to direct people rather than answer the questions over the phone. It's all about links, and more links. If you've been researching lawyer SEO or have dabbled in it, you've probably heard of something called backlinks. Backlinks are the links from other websites to yours. These might be from other blogs, online magazines, business websites, or the like. Backlinks are good for SEO because they are essentially votes of confidence from other websites saying, hey, this website over here is legit, and Google likes that. But not all links are created equal. You might read a lot about buying links, Unfortunately, while this is much faster than manually acquiring links yourself, it can also result in lower quality or even spammy links. The best thing to do is to earn backlinks from high traffic and niche relevant websites. If you can find a link building agency that can assure you that the links are high quality and relevant, this may be a good service. Otherwise, you can sometimes reach out to websites directly, asking them to have your business referenced in their online directory, or if they accept guest articles from lawyers. There are a few creative ways to build links, which I'll make sure that I'll link to in the video description. The important thing to know is that some links will happen organically, while others require manual effort. Try to find websites in your industry that accept guest articles and approve you in including a link. Keep your eyes open to opportunities to get featured in publications, speak at events, or join interviews that could result in a link. So how do you get found in Google Maps with local SEO? What do great lawyers in your favorite Italian restaurant have in common? They rank high in the Google Maps. If you've ever done a search for a restaurant near you, you've likely seen the results that pop up in Google Maps. This is essentially Google's directory for local businesses and a great way to get your law firm found by local clients. To get placed in Google Maps, you need what is called Google Business Profile. This is completely free and you can sign up for it online in a matter of minutes. But ranking your Google Business Profile high in Google Maps is a completely different story. This requires some strategy and a little thing called local SEO. Local SEO pertains to optimization for location-specific searches. This might include people searching for lawyer in a specific location, or lawyer near me keywords. This is the stuff that Google is simply relying on when people are doing those searches. Local SEO is important for lawyers who serve a specific market because it decreases the competition dramatically. Rather than competing with all lawyers on a national level, you'll just be competing against lawyers that are in that specific area who are targeting location-specific keywords. Now, how does this apply to Google Maps? First, in doing your keyword research from step 1, you'll want to find state or city-specific keywords and use these across your website. Remember, like those personal injury lawyer Columbus keywords that we talked about? But for your service and your location. This will help Google understand where your business is based and whether it's relevant to a user's search intent. Next, you'll want to make some tweaks to your Google Business Profile. Make sure your business name, address, and phone number and website URL are correct, and match the information on other profiles such as Yelp. Also, be sure to include your primary keyword in the description on your Google Business Profile and select a category that best matches the service that you offer. Now, a huge contributor to Google Map rankings is reviews. So make sure you are asking happy clients to leave reviews on your Google Business Profile. Lawyers with so many high-star rankings on Google tend to rank higher than those with bad reviews or no reviews at all. As a bonus tip, I recommend embedding your Google Maps listing on your actual website. You can do this by simply clicking the share button on your Google Business Profile, choosing the Embed a Map option, copying the code, and then pasting it onto your website so that the map will appear. Click on the share button on your listing, then choose the Embed a Map tab and copy the HTML code provided. Chances are your favorite Italian restaurant has great customer reviews and a strong local SEO, helping them rank high in the search results. You can take some inspiration from their strategy with an optimized Google Business Profile, keyword-rich content, and 5-star client reviews. Hopefully by the end of this video, you are more confident in understanding lawyer SEO and how to apply it for your business. While there are several categories within SEO, including on-page, technical, local, and links, it all comes together to create an effective traffic generating strategy. If you at least hit on the basics, you'll be well on your way to having a stronger web presence. If you really want to turn up the dial, do a deeper dive into technical SEO and create a higher volume of content that appeals to your audience. Personally, as a full-time SEO strategist who's been doing this for over 20 years, I help lawyers understand SEO and develop effective and lucrative SEO strategies. So if the do-it-yourself method isn't for you, shoot me a message or you can find us at Hennessey.com. Now I'm off to my favorite Italian restaurant. Ciao.